one of the biggest concerns Americans have is out-of-control spending in Washington. So President Obama is proposing a little freeze on a small part of the federal budget. And Michael Steele of the Republican Party said it's like a guy who goes on a diet after a pie-eating contest.
But, Pat, as we've seen with the health care debate, the president doesn't always get what he wants. Here's reporter John Jessup with that story.
In the middle of a slow economic recovery, American families have learned to cut back spending. Now, President Obama wants the government to follow suit. He's asking Congress to tighten the purse strings on part of the federal budget, a proposal aimed to address public concern about government spending in the middle of a struggling economy and double-digit unemployment. Here's what he had to say in an interview with ABC's Diane Sawyer.
So, I understand why the American people, their attitude is not, it could have been worse. Their attitude is, how do we make sure that we keep on getting it better?
The 3-year spending freeze would apply to domestic agencies and programs, including air traffic control, subsidies for farms, education, and national parks. It would not affect the budgets of the Pentagon, Veterans Affairs, or Homeland Security, nor would it apply to Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security, the fastest growing segments of the federal budget. In all, the savings would amount to $250 billion over the next 10 years, a drop in the bucket compared to the trillion-dollar deficits and a national debt of $12 trillion and counting. And the president certainly has his critics when it comes to the handling of the economy and spending.
If you sum up the first year, what this administration has done best is rattle the markets, advocate tax increases, and run up deficits.
The spending reductions aren't a sure thing. They require congressional approval, and it's unclear just how much support President Obama will get. While the proposal may win over some fiscal moderates, others fear it could cut valuable programs. But it will allow the White House to at least say it has made an effort to control spending. John Jessup, CBN News, Washington.
Cosmetics. I think the American people are too smart to fall for something as cosmetic. You've got a huge budget, huge, in the trillions of dollars, and now you're going to save maybe $20 billion in, that's it.
Well, I think as many Americans, we'll believe it when we see it.
Well, even if you see it, it's not going to be too much, but all the interest groups are going to fight. The left wing is giving him trouble, the right wing is giving him trouble, and I think that it's like the Titanic. You just rearrange the deck chairs, but it's not going to save the ship. Lee Webb has the rest of our top stories from the CBN newsroom. Lee?
Pat, hundreds of thousands of Haitians still need medical care after the deadly earthquake there 2 weeks ago. Not all of them are being treated in Haiti. George Thomas has this look at the medical treatment aboard the U.S. naval ship Comfort.
The moment they arrived off the coast of Haiti, the doctors and nurses aboard the USNS Comfort have been working almost non-stop.
It's been a lot of stress. Because we know there's a lot of people that need our help, and we're working pretty much around the clock to do that.
1, 2, 3. 80 doctors, 24 surgeons, and 140 nurses working around the clock to help the Haitian people.
Patients that we're getting are truly, truly injured and very sick.
The injured are brought in by helicopter from the mainland and rushed to the ER on board.
And I've worked in major trauma centers in the United States. I've had folks, a busy day would be when we get 30 or 35 patients in a 24-hour period. Here we're getting over 100, 105, and they're all critically ill.
We can check her again now, sir.
A CBN News crew has been aboard the Comfort since it left port in Baltimore, Maryland last week. The ship's captain has given our cameras and president access to film as the crew carries out their mission to save as many lives as possible.
I can't tell you how proud I am to be serving with these people, and we're here for the people of Haiti, and we're here to represent the American people, and we will make sure that the people back home don't forget that.
Incidentally, this used to be a supertanker back in the 70s, and it was around 1987 that they decided to convert this into a floating hospital. It can, in essence, function as just your regular hospital, except they can't do transplants.
We have specialists, we have nursing care, we have an ER, operating room, ICU, we have everything a normal hospital would have.
They also have 3 chaplains who minister to crew and patients alike.
I'm limited in my Creole, but
but I know how to tell them that I'm a chaplain. I know how to tell them that God loves them and that we love them.
For earthquake victims like Penal Joseph, being treated aboard the USNS Comfort has meant the difference between life and death.
This ship has been a godsend to me and many of my people. So many lives are being saved, and I'm grateful for that.
But not everyone can be helped here. Many have died from their injuries.
I think in a disaster like this, it's inevitable. But I'd also like to say we just had a birth about an hour ago, so we've actually birthed 3 babies right now. So with death comes life.
The 1,000-bed vessel is expected to be full in the coming days as the Comfort prepares for an open-ended mission to care for Haiti's earthquake victims. George Thomas, CBN News, aboard the USNS Comfort off the coast of Haiti.
Great service they're performing. A second Israeli medical team with the help of Operation Blessing has arrived in Haiti. CBN's Chris Mitchell was with the team as they left for the earthquake zone.
These Israeli medical professionals gathered at Israel's Ben Gurion Airport for the 6,500-mile journey to Haiti. They'll bring their expertise to the people of Haiti on a life and death mission. Danny Mayor is their team leader.
I hope as many people will be alive and not dead due to the fact that we're there. As simple as that.
It's impossible to sit in the comfort of your home and do nothing, watch all these disasters happening and just remain in your seat. You actually have to do something.
The medical team is organized by IsraAid, an Israeli humanitarian organization. They're partnering with CBN's Operation Blessing.
Operation Blessing actually complements the stuff that we do. With all the logistics and all the connections that Operation Blessing has in the field, it's really important for us.
Operation Blessing Israel Director Charmaine Heading says this cooperation is saving lives.
Operation Blessing offers all the ground support, and IsraAid sends in the professional medical teams mostly to go in, and we work together on the ground to save lives.
This is the second team Operation Blessing and IsraAid have sent to Haiti. The first team arrived on the ground 72 hours after the earthquake struck.
It's been amazing. We've seen on one day in particular, they helped over 400 people. They've gone into a stadium, they've set up a field hospital. It's been really an incredible experience of working together very successfully on the ground. It's a really unique thing to be able to work together and save lives together as a team.
Both Operation Blessing and IsraAid plan to send more volunteers to help the needy people of Haiti. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Ben Gurion Airport.
And as you can tell, this is a multi-pronged approach to bring relief to the people of Haiti. Operation Blessing held a feeding program for 2,000 Haitian children Monday in the National Soccer Stadium. This is 10-year-old Jennifer. Her little sister was killed in the quake. She's living in a tent on the field of the stadium with her parents. Jennifer is one of more than 2,000 children that call the stadium home. As someone wrote on the wall in the background of this picture, the people are in desperate need of food, water, and medicine. Operation Blessing also set up a water purification system there. The joy on the children's faces sharply contrasts the devastation that has become everyday life in nearby neighborhoods. Thousands of other families, though, living outside the stadium still need help. Pat?
Well, it's a joy to be able to help somebody. It's a tragedy, but we're doing everything we can to reach out to them and to give them clean water, to give them food, to give them medical. That's what they need most critically right now. It's a long-term rebuilding, and as our government has said, Haiti, the government of Haiti needs to take the lead in rebuilding. But I think the international community wants to supply some money and to help, but we don't want to go back to Haiti like it was a couple of weeks ago, because there were so many, substandard pieces of property, housing, poverty, desperate trouble. We want to give a new start, and I think the Haitian people want a new start, and our Secretary of State has said, let's let them lead, and we want that to happen.